If there's one place that captures the raw magic of Namibia, it's this one. Welcome to the Kwessi Dunes Lodge, a luxury oasis tucked deep in the NamibRand Nature Reserve, just a short drive away from one of the country's most iconic landmarks, Sossusvlei. This region is where adventure meets serenity, where your mornings start with golden desert light and your nights end under the clearest Milky Way skies we've ever seen. And from the moment we arrived, we were absolutely blown away by how effortless everything felt here. This is an all-inclusive lodge, meaning every details taken care of, from your gourmet meals to guided excursions through the dunes and mountains. Not to mention, you can even spot some pretty incredible wildlife straight from your room. Whether you're planning a family trip, a honeymoon, or the ultimate desert getaway in Namibia, Kwessi Dunes is the kind of place that reminds you of what travel is all about. Connection, wonder, and peace unlike anywhere else.
Welcome to our home for the next 3 days. We're gonna be staying here at Kwessi Dunes by Natural Selection for 3 nights and about 4 days. And we are so excited. We cannot wait to show you around the room. And this is an all-inclusive. So we're not just gonna be showing you the property. We're gonna be taking you on a few adventures around the area, and we cannot wait. With that, come on in, let's show you around. So as soon as you walk in, you are greeted by your bed. Obviously, it is absolutely massive, and I do love they have all of these nets around, so at night you aren't getting bugged by any mosquitoes or flies or anything that get in the room, so you can put those down. If you watched our Bora Bora, French Polynesia, Four Seasons, and St. Regis video, this gives me the same exact vibes for the layout. It feels like your own little bungalow. Over here you have like cute little seating area. There's like a desk if you needed to get any work done. There is Wi-Fi on property, so there's a modem inside your room as well as up at the lodge. You get even stronger. On the other side, there's some more really nice cute little seating. You have your lamp, and then I love that they also give you beverages every single day. So we have hot chocolate, coffee, tea. We have our own refillable water. So this is the bathroom. You have a his and her sink. They give you all of your soaps, typical stuff. I love that they give you a massive closet. And the best part is down here, this drawer is completely for dirty laundry, and all of your laundry is included when you stay here at Kwessi Dunes. So you can finish off a day of exploring out in the dunes, get back all nice and sweaty, just toss your clothes in there, and there's a little notepad to let you know if you want them done just before you leave, if you want them done by the morning, and they can take care of your laundry, which I absolutely love. And then back here, it gets even better. Back here, you have 2 different showers, so you have your indoor shower and your outdoor shower, which is so cool. One thing that I really love too is they give you this little bucket. Just because you're out here in the middle of the desert, they do try and be very cognizant of like taking care of the area, recycling. They're solar powered. All of the water comes from deep inside the ground. So they save the water in the bucket and they'll use it to clean afterwards. So you're not just wasting a ton of water, which I thought was pretty cool. And our favorite part of the whole room is outside. We have this cute little outdoor patio area. Like I said, you have your outdoor shower. And if you're wondering, why is there a bed outside in the middle of the hot sun? It's for stargazing. At night, when we're at dinner, they prepare all your meals for you. They set up a bed out here with pillows and everything, so you can look up at the night sky and take in the stars. This is one of the best places in the entire world, apparently, to watch the stars. So really, really fun feature. You don't have to use it every single night, but they will set it up every single night. I love that on the patio too, you have some nice relaxing areas. Sunset out here is ridiculous. And over here, my favorite spot, you can see I literally have my tripod set up over here because it's crazy. We're sitting and you can see, apparently they have zebras that run down here. We haven't seen any zebras yet, but we have seen so many other animals and birds just walking through. It's crazy. So we put our 100 to 500 millimeter lens out here, was getting some fun wildlife shots, but it's literally insane that you can wake up, walk out, be drinking your coffee, and just animals are walking by you, which is one of the parts that we absolutely love. But we have not showed you the pool yet, so we'll go and show you the rest of the property in just a second.
We just got all checked in here at the Kwessi Dunes, and honestly, we are so excited to stay here. There is so much to love about this property already. We got greeted with some welcome drinks. We got a nice little orientation of camp. There are 12 different guest rooms here, so it's very small, very private, and very, very peaceful. Like the vibes, the second you pull up here, you just feel instantly relaxed and connected with nature. So we're really excited. There is a ton of really cool stuff out here. Not only is it one of the best places for astrophotography in Namibia because you are in the middle of the desert out here with no light pollution, but there's also so many activities included in your stay, both on-site and off-site, that you can do. So the on-site ones are all inclusive, and then the off-site ones are available for an extra cost. And spoiler alert, they're pretty cool. This lodge already, the staff was so nice for check-in, and we're about to go head to dinner and go see what the food is like.
It is time for dinner. One of our favorite parts about staying here is actually because all of the food is all inclusive. So tonight I am getting the lamb, which I'm very excited about. Everything's been lovely. You sit here, we've seen some wildlife walk by through the big windows. We watch sunset. It's just been so relaxing. And then if you do one of the excursions for sunset, like there's opportunities. We saw the quads come back in. Some people went ATVing out on the dunes. You come back, sit on the balcony. You can have a nice glass of wine, watch the sunset, and then come in and you just tell them what you want for dinner and they whip it up.
One of the nicest things that comes with this room is they do a little water turn down service. So you have this coffee and tea cart here where they give you cream, sugar, teas, coffee grounds. They also give you fresh cold water every day, and then also a little French press to make coffee. And then when you come back from dinner, they deliver hot water so you can make tea in the evening. So that's super cute. I feel like they're really good at remembering the small details here, and it really makes a difference. So yeah, we're gonna make some tea. Gonna get some work done. What's something that's really nice for us is that there is Wi-Fi here at the lodge. And as people who work remotely on the go, that is something that's really awesome for us. Unless you're looking for a place to disconnect, then you can obviously not use the Wi-Fi. But if you're looking for somewhere that has a little bit, then this spot does. And so I will warn you, it's a little bit slow, but it is working pretty nice for us right now.
We woke up bright and early the next day so we could leave our lodge at Kwessi Dunes and set off on a 1-hour drive to one of Namibia's most iconic landscapes, Sossusvlei.
Good morning. Just had some delicious breakfast. It's nice. You can either have a cold breakfast, which is what we opted for, with some granola, some fruit, some yogurt, or you can go for like a warm breakfast. But since it's so early, we're gonna be getting up for sunrise and hiking up the Big Daddy Dune. It's honestly a lot warmer than I thought it'd be in the morning because people kept saying it might be super cold. So yeah, we're excited.
The road trip itself was part of the adventure. The drive was absolutely beautiful. I will say it was a little bumpy, but it was extremely scenic, and we were surrounded by endless desert views the entire way. We had to watch the sunrise come up over the mountains, and it was so beautiful. One of the best parts about this excursion was that we didn't have to drive ourselves. The lodge organized everything for us so that we could just sit back, relax, and take it all in. Every glowing dune, every winding turn, and every stretch of untouched desert, it was so beautiful to see. We made a few stops along the way, pulling over to check out the different dunes at every different kilometer marker. It was really cool that there are different dunes based on where it is along the road. For instance, there's one midway on your way to Dedvlei, as well as many others, and you'll be able to see different parking spots because you aren't allowed to just pull off anywhere, so they are all marked very well, which is awesome. But once again, we weren't driving ourselves, so we didn't have to worry about it too much. It was crazy to watch the sand change from gold to this deep orange as the sun rose higher and higher. I think that's one of the coolest parts about visiting Sossusvlei, is that we got to see this bright orange sand when we're so used to watching the sunrise and just seeing the typical gold or more tan sand. The sand here was just different. Also, another thing to note is if you are staying here, the guides know when the park gates open, but if you're trying to do this on your own, the park gates don't open before sunrise. They change based on the season, so the earlier the sun rises, the earlier the gates open. If you're staying at Kwessi Dunes, you have to do this morning excursion. It's honestly one of the best ways to experience the heart of Namibia's desert, and this was one of the main reasons that we stayed here.
Got some snacks too. Off we go.
We just arrived here to Dedvlei. Did I say it right? Dedvlei. So when you park here, you have the option to hike a few different dunes. On the way in, you can hike Dune 40, which is, go figure, 40 kilometers towards once you pass the gate. And then there's Dune 45, which was the first one that you could hike. And we've officially made it here to Big Daddy. It takes about 90 minutes. It's the biggest dune to hike all the way to the top. Today though, conditions are less than ideal. It is extremely windy, so we opted to just do the shortcut and hike over to Sossusvlei, which we heard is around a 15-minute walk. So we're just gonna be cruising. I will also add that I would definitely recommend you know how to drive on sand. When you're coming in, it was very deep sand. So if you don't have any off-roading experience, I would definitely recommend to take it with a grain of caution.
If you don't have any off-roading experience, just pay the ticket to buy the little shuttle over here, because otherwise you're gonna get stuck and you have to pay the towing fee to get out.
Yeah, so
That's
it
not
was
covered by insurance for your car rental.
It was definitely deep sand. But yeah, look at how it is so windy. Look at this. Do you see it? Can you see the sand blowing off the top of that? That is ridiculous. Apparently this is the middle or the peak of windy season in October when we were here, which I had no idea. So we're gonna keep cruising. So do the trees live up to the hype? Honestly, I really enjoyed our time here. It is so beautiful to see the Big Daddy Dune right behind it in contrast with just like this sea of different trees. You can see people at the top of Big Daddy. They're starting to come down. Really pretty, especially if you love photography. Like the landscapes out here were just incredible. We hung out here for about a full hour. We honestly might stay here longer if it wasn't for the crazy wind. Probably about every 30 seconds to 1 minute, you get blasted by a ton of sand, which is why we didn't opt to do the full Big Daddy hike, but still really cool experience. It's currently 10 o'clock, probably seeing about 400 or 500 people come through here now. It is extremely busy, so just be patient. A lot of the photos we were getting, we would just relax for a while, wait for people to clear out, and then we would take our photos. So just be courteous. But yeah, would definitely recommend coming in as early as possible or coming for sunset. But with that, we're gonna head back out, go check out a cave. Just got back to the car, got some nice cold beverages.
Shout out to our tour driver, because like some nice cold beverages after that tastes so good.
I know. How covered in salt are you right now?
Well, I don't know if it's a mix of salt and sand. I'm dusty.
Welcome to the main lodge. This is where you'll find breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea time, everything nice and air conditioned. They have tons of books and different games that you could check out, which is pretty sweet. It's massive. It's got tons and tons of room. So this is where we've been hanging out for most of the day. Welcome to Tea Time with Steven. Every single day when you're done in the afternoon, around 4 o'clock, they do something called tea time. So today they're serving fruit loaves and tuna rolls. Got some tea and coffee as well. So it's honestly so relaxing here. They have the AC. Wi-Fi is a little slow today. Yesterday was definitely faster, but yeah, it's a nice way to unwind. In about 1 hour, we're gonna be going on our little sunset tour. So today we're just going to be heading out in the car, looking for some wildlife, watching the sunset, and then tomorrow I believe we are doing ATV riding for sunrise. So that should be very exciting.
All right, our next activity for the afternoon is gonna go be a little game drive around Kwessi Dunes. So I believe he just called it like a downer drive or down drive. I need to double check, but we're gonna hop in the safari vehicle and go look for some wildlife. Pretty excited. We've seen lots of oryx out here. We've seen lots of different wildlife throughout the day. Saw some ostriches earlier. So excited to see what we find. Hopefully we see some zebra.
Wow, we just got back from such an incredible evening. We had obviously our sundowner. It was an off-roading area, so we went up probably around 2 hours. We drove up to this mountain checked it out. It was super cool. Went off-roading on some sand dunes. We saw so much wildlife, literally the cutest little foxes. We saw ostrich, we saw tons and tons of oryx. It was just a phenomenal outing. And then right during sunset, we drove up. They put out a table for us. We opened up some wine, we had some snacks, we talked about life. It was just such a good moment. The people out here staying at the lodge too are incredible. They're adventurous, everyone's very open, very fun. I feel like this place attracts a certain type of clientele because it is such a bucket list experience. You're staying in such an amazing area. And then after that, it just kept getting better. We got back to dinner. Dinner was phenomenal. I had some game meat tonight, as well as the sides were phenomenal. After that, dessert was great. And then out of nowhere, the staff came out and started singing happy birthday to someone at another table. It was just such a vibe. I was blown away at how incredible the staff is. And then I walked outside, which is what I'm looking at right now, and the Milky Way. I've never seen stars like this in my life. And we take a lot of astrophotography, so it's just so beautiful to look up and see the Milky Way all the way across the sky without a camera. I could see with my naked eye. And now I got the camera over here. We are recording the moonrise because it just keeps going. We had a full day. We're absolutely destroyed. So we are going to call it a night. You can see G's already in bed over here. So yeah, we're going to call it a night. We have a nice early morning. We'll see you at sunrise. Welcome to the swimming pool. This has been one of the most refreshing spots. The water is very, very cold. It's some nice fresh water, but the best part is you can look out and we've been able to see so many different animals. This morning we saw some fox. We've seen tons and tons of animals go by. Apparently sometimes zebras come by here, but it's a good way because it's so hot out. We can relax inside the pool. They have a bunch of different chairs that you can relax at. You can order drinks over here. And yeah, it's located right next to the lodge, so it's been very relaxing. We spent basically the whole morning just getting some work done until we saw the animals roll up and we were like, oh, we gotta go check them out. So we were able to just relax here while they came up and walked around. They also have a watering hole right over here, so that way the oryx can come over and get some water. There's also a little trough in front, so they can get like extremely close to you, which is pretty crazy to see. So you really just get to relax in the desert, enjoy the nice heat. You can cool off in the pool and get to spend a ton of time with nature. So we're just gonna relax here for a little bit.
Got stuck, so he's gonna have to go and get him rescued on the side of the sea. It's so much fun though. We're having a blast. So this is our second morning here at Kwessi Dunes, and we just finished up a super fun ATV ride around the dunes. All of this area behind us is just private property, and so by staying here, you get exclusive access to go and buggy around the dunes, and it was so much fun. We were out there for a couple of hours, and you can usually do it either for your morning or afternoon activity, depending on whatever you're feeling, whatever your schedule's like. Our guide, Philip, has been so awesome. He's been our guide for yesterday's excursion, today's excursion, and he knows all the best spots, so shout out to Philip. It's a little windy out here again today, so we're gonna kind of take it easy middle of the day because it also does get pretty hot. Yesterday it was about 94 degrees outside Fahrenheit. So we're gonna hang by the pool for a little bit. We're gonna go head into the main lodge and get some work done in the meantime, but that was such a great way to start the morning. On top of that, we did try the hot breakfast today. So they had eggs, bacon, and sausage on top of all the other food that was available. It was like yogurt and granola, there was croissants, fruit bowls. There's some traditional European meat and cheese breakfast as well. So there's a full array. All the food here has been really good so far. So very, very happy about that.
Last night, relaxing, taking in the sunset. Feels like we have the whole place to ourselves. During the sundowner, you can choose if you want to go on an adventure like the ATV ride or the sundowner. Those are the main evening time ones, but we opted to drove around a little bit by ourselves, took in the views. We got a nice glass of wine, a gin and tonic, and definitely can't complain. Welcome to the little fire circle we got going on. Sun just went down. Every single night, it seems like they've been lighting a fire, which has been so cool. There's about 5 or 6 seats to come down here. But yeah, pretty magical.
This is unfortunately our last night here at Kwessi Dunes, but it has been a absolutely lovely stay. If you guys want to check out this property too, I will put the QR code right over here for you to check it out, as well as the link in the description box down below. This has been one of my favorite property stays of the year for sure. The hospitality here has been amazing. The food, the location, the vibes, 10 out of 10.